It's great, Rizzy. We out here right now. It's an album Snapshot on Shade 45 with rapper Big Pooh. We got the new project that's out there right now, To Dream in Color. And this is the last break. I know, everybody feels sad because we only have a little bit of time left. But I want to get to this song, LS 400. And the funny thing is, as I'm going through this project, whether it be the titles, the subject matter, the beats and stuff, they're bringing up memories for me. And I don't know, again, I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but LS 400 was probably the first car I rode in. And this is like the needlepoint LS 400, like, one of the first ones. Was that 300? But either way, it was one of the first cars, and I don't want to say the person's name because I don't want to get him in trouble, but it was the first time I took a run down to D.C. with ill intent.
Gotcha.
Didn't do anything, just for the people who are listening out there. But it was a decision that I made. And the person who I was with, whose car it was, decided that wasn't for me. And we turned right back around. So we was in D.C. for a day, and we came back to New York. And I probably went to like a go-go spot or some shit. But there was nothing that went, that was negative. And it's like, when I'm listening to the content of this song, it's like, the LS 400, the car is... It's almost like it's the prop. It's the venue. It's like,
That's what it is.
It's the bait. It's the honey. And then you realize, like, I'm doing all this shit for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons. And that's what it was. Like, I got that car. That was my first car. I thought I was doing it, and it was a 1990, so it was the first LS 400. It was the box.
Yeah.
That motherfucker floated on the highway. I ain't gonna lie to you. It floated. But I got the car because it said Lexus, right? And I was like, yo, I wanted a GS, but when I went to the lot, I saw the LS 400, and I got that one. And I was doing the car, I had jewelry, I was buying sneakers, I had jerseys, polo, all this shit. And it was because I was lacking confidence, right? And I thought all that stuff was going to have all the honeys flocking. And it was like, nah, that shit don't matter because you still ain't going to go talk to them. So none of that shit matters. But it took me spending all my money to realize it didn't require all of that. And so that's why that song, it meant for me, that's why I titled it LS 400, because that was the beginning of me thinking one thing, and then it took a few years to realize, bro, none of this material shit mean anything if you don't have that confidence within.
Right.
And so that's what that LS 400 represented for me. And when I got rid of the car, it was almost like the light bulb went off. Like, it don't require all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I pulled, who now my wife, I was driving a Dodge something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it for me, that's what that represented. And that song, that's why I led with it first. Like, it was just an important time in my life. Like, a lot of things that I'm talking about in that song, it was a growing moment for me in my life.
It's funny you say all this, man, because even right now, like for all the married people that are out there, and your house becomes small because you got so much shit in it and it's just getting cluttered. Like, my wife is one of those people like, yo, you're not even wearing that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? When you was talking about the jerseys and all the polo, there's a bunch of jerseys and polos and boxes, and I just can't let go. I'm like, yo, Thurston Howell would fucking destroy me if I gave up this piece.
Polos. You can't get rid of the
I can't get
polos.
this shit up right here. But it's just like, in listening to this project, and I guarantee you the people who already have, or if you are about to, in just the songs that we've played, listen to it. These pieces, these songs that you're giving, they're like breadcrumbs to just realizing what really matters in life, bro.
Yeah, I told people, like, when I started off making this album, this was an album I was like, I'm gonna talk about my time in the industry. But what it turned into was my maturation as a man.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it ended up going. And I found, like, just listening back to some of the tracks as I was making them, I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't even know this is where my mind was going. And it was kind of a something that I wasn't doing purposely, but that's where my mind and my heart was leading me. And that's where I went.
2 final questions before we get out of here.
Okay.
And these are fairly quick. What was your wife's impression of the project? Did she have the chance to hear it? Has she?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was playing that shit in the house all the time. She loves it. Like, for her, I mean, I want to say she loves all my work. I mean, she tells me that. I don't know if she does or doesn't, but
we love the support line. We love the support.
We love it. But I think she loved this one because she understood what I was going through at the time, and to finally be able to vocalize that but also make it jam for her, I think was really dope to see.
And secondly, are you and Knots cool? Because you had all this work.
Oh yeah, that's big bro, man. Like, okay. It's just I actually was trying to. It was one song that I didn't end up finishing because I was waiting for him to send me the stems. So we definitely gonna still get that work in. Good. It's just I think when I started it originally, it was like 2016. By the time I picked it back up, it was 2021.
So much has changed.
I'm a different writer.
Yeah.
And the sound that I wanted wasn't just what he does. Like, I wanted him to be a part of what I was doing, but I knew just that sound wasn't going to be the thing. And Fonte said something to me, because he exactly produced the project, and he was just like, yo, the stuff you got with Knots is dope, but when people hear you, this is gonna be the first time they heard you since Made a Lord Watch. And I think you would be better off making something that sounds like an extension of Made a Lord Watch versus just going in a whole nother direction. And that was something that I really sat with, and I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. Like, you want to tie these things in together, and you want people to feel like this is a continuation versus, oh shit, he just went down a whole nother street. So I'm gonna get back to that Knot stuff for sure. But this, I think what I needed to do, it required me doing what I ended up doing sonically.
So you good with Knots, but when it comes to taking it to the grass, Knots go to talk to Fonte. I got you. I understand totally now. I get what's going on. I see what's up, man. Shout out to Fonte, man. Yo, let me tell you something, Pooh. I really appreciate you taking the time, coming up here with us for this album Snapshot.
Man, thank you, man.
I'm glad the invite is always open.
Thank you. I'm glad we got to do this one not on Zoom, man. I'm zoomed out, man.
Yeah.
I had enough Zoom meetings to last me the next 10
Oh,
years.
yeah, man. You can keep that shit till 2035. I'm good, man. I'm good. Look, if you miss any part of this album Snapshot, you can catch it on the SXM app right there on your iPhone, Android, or a home connected device. All you got to do is search Rapper Big Pooh or Gray Rizzy or Shade 45 or album Snapshot. Listen to it on your time at any time. Pooh, what's the best way for them to stay in touch with you, man?
Twitter, Rapper Big Pooh. Instagram, Rapper Big Pooh. I'm more on Twitter than I am Instagram. That's actually me. I respond sometimes, depending on what you ask or what you say.
Respectfully.
Don't get flamed up, because I will do that. You know what I mean? Like, I will respond very crazy. But that's me on there, man. That's kind of where I live.
You know you're an anomaly with that, right? You're on Twitter more than Instagram.
I'm old, man.
Like, I didn't want to say it.
Yeah,
but we are.
I'm old head, man. I get my shit off on Twitter.
Let me share my thoughts.
Yeah, because I don't have Facebook, so that is my Facebook
copy.
Because the real old niggas is on Facebook. I'm not on there. So I ain't old.
All I'm seeing is Spice Adams' face right now. That's all I'm seeing right now.
I'm old, but I ain't that old, so I'm on Twitter.
Look, he growing his head, man. He definitely ain't that old, man. Look, follow us too at Shade 45. You can tap in with me at Gray Rizzy, GrayRizzy. Once again, the new project To Dream in Color is out there right now, and he's coming to a city near you very soon. Go get your tickets. Best believe we out here, bro. Let's get